Hey y'all. Well, I went to Harbor Freight and bought me a sandblaster because the Rambler wheels are covered in so much paint. I wire brushed two of them off, or wire wheeled off two and wire brushed. But I used my 4.5-inch grinders, and took me about 3 hours to clean two wheels, and I still didn't get them completely cleaned. And then it rained Sunday. The boys got the rims all rusty, and it just looked like crap. So me and Mike went and picked this thing up, and we're gonna sandblast these wheels. So we went to Harbor Freight and got it. The only thing is this thing is not tight. They have the pins in the washers, the Carter pins, the washers, and the wheels in a box. But there's no Carter pin for the front, so I'm going to have to supply my own for the little wheel. The little leg on the front. If you lean it back, it just falls off. So I'll get the Carter pins out and put one in it. This is all loose by hand. So I'm going to take all this apart and retighten it back up. And then we're going to see how it works. So, yeah. Oh yeah, the screws here, the bolts here, they're loose. The handles nothing's tight. So it's mostly assembled, but it's partial assemble yourself. So, but what do you expect? Harbor Freight's a good company. They do make a lot of good stuff, or they get a lot of good stuff to, for people that's cheap. You get what you pay for. I'm satisfied with it. You just got to go through and tighten everything up. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to see about these wheels. Okay, so now we got our universal wrench right here. Anyways, we're going to loosen all this stuff up. You hear that? Hear that thunder in my storm? Take off all of this so it's all out of the way. See if we can turn it now. They didn't do a very good job on whoever did the Teflon on this either, because as you can see, they missed it all.
I was going to say the same thing.
Yeah, they missed a lot of it.
Who did that?
I don't know where it came from. I don't want to be PC incorrect, but the person was probably very little and very young. And we're probably not going to get much from them from now on with what's going on in the world today. So,
did you get that American products made?
No, I guarantee you this wasn't made in the USA.
Oh.
But anyways, that's far enough. We can figure out what we got going here. Hold this, Mike. Don't drop that. There's glass in there.
Yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir.
And we'll just give her the wheelchair turn with the gorilla arms.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
That one needs to be tightened most definitely. I hear some raindrops on the greenhouse.
Yeah, I do too. Yep.
See, this one go wide and hey, guess what?
See,
we need no, get the other. There's another crescent. There should be another crescent in the drawer. That open drawer. No, the big open drawer black toolbox.
Whoa. How can I see with all the tears coming down my eyes? What?
Did you ever give me a 19?
No. You want a 19 now?
Yeah.
Alright.
I just gotta get this valve to turn a little bit more so the handle's not up against the bottle, but I didn't like how loose they had it on. as you've seen, Mike was sandblasting those. That was a couple days ago. And he did a pretty good job. I mean, first time doing it. I'm kind of stuck. Hold on. First time he's ever sandblasted. He wanted to learn. He wanted to try it. New machine, so you got to kind of figure out the flow of the machine. The blasting media will only flow at the size rate it will allow it to go through the nozzle. So if you got smaller grit, it'll go through the nozzle faster. If you got heavier, bigger grit, it's gonna, want to clog that hole up a little bit more. So you're gonna have to open it up a little bit more. But we got all that flowed right, and Mike did a good job for first time sandblasting. There's his sandblasting job. He could have did a little bit more and got off some of that other, but I mean, it's hard to see in that hood, and it was covered in that black kind of dusty stuff. But it did a real good job. And but I still got to do the breather, so I'm going to go over it again. So, he just wanted to help. But our little blaster, all of this stuff right here had to be taken all apart and retightened, everything. Because it was not very tight at all. It leaked like crazy. Air blew out everywhere. Even down below. So, but now we got everything all back and tightened up. It worked great. Mike did a great job. Yep. And Mike did a great job on it. So I mean, there's still a little bit that, like this rim here's still got some stuff. I tried to wire brush some of it off still, just to see what it looks like. But I think to keep the texture consistent, I am going to go ahead, and I still have to sandblast the air breather. So I'll get all these cleaned up and finish sandblasting and then we'll get back on it. So I'll be back. But now they're done, guys. So what do you think? I think that we did a good job. So I tried to get around to this other side real quick. Yeah, see, there you go. Check them out. Looks real nice. I got a bunch of etch primer on there, and we'll let that cook on for a few minutes, and then we'll get a coat of regular primer on there, and then after that, paint. So I might set this up when we do some paint, but I don't know. Anyways, guys, there you go. Yeah, we got all those rims primed, and we got our first coat of paint on, and now I'm Scotch-Briting these up so we can do our second coat of paint. And yeah, you can kind of see the color of the gold, but it's not, you maybe see a shiny spot. I got all of them done, so you're not going to really see no shiny spot. But we'll get these all sanded down here. You just got to take your time, and when you do, make sure that you're getting in all these little bitty areas. So you want to get in there and just kind of work it around in there, and just take your time and get all the way around, get around all the little eyes. And sometimes you can use it like this, and you're just scratching it enough to get the paint to bite. And then this is the rim that I had to run right there and come off of this, and all just came right down. But we got it, we'll smooth that out, and then when we hit this with our second coat here after a little bit, it'll cover all that. But I've got all these rims all sanded down now. They've all got their first coat of gold. and we'll hit it again, and I'll record us, or I'll record me when I'm painting it. It'll probably be me and one of my boys handing me the paint gun. So I'm gonna get back to sanding these, and then we'll show you them on the rack right before we paint. Okay, now I'm gonna mix up. We got them rims all primed and that first coat of paint on there, and then them all scuffed down with them Scotch-Brites, which, by the way, that took almost probably 2 hours, 2.5 hours for me to scrub all those down with the Scotch-Brites. But mix this paint up here a little bit, and yeah, some people may be saying don't do it with a stick and all that kind of stuff, but I'm going to run it through a screen, so you know, you can argue with me, but it is just rims and it is just a driver, and I'm not doing a show car. I'm just doing something that looks nice. So when I do the top, it'll be the same way. It'll look nice, and this is a single stage, so you can buff the hell out of it. So now, this is a 4-to-1 mix, and when I pour it in here, you got to pour it in when you get to about 2.5. Slow down so it starts, you know, because it's going to finish going through your filter. But this is another reason why I don't care if I'm using the stick. So now I am doing this on my freezer, so it's gonna, I mean, it's got stuff all over it anyways, and this is kind of just another tabletop. Freezer's 15 years old, so 12, 15 years old, somewhere around in there. But anyways, we got it up to where we need to for the 4. Now we're going to do the +1. There's the reducer, and this is just a medium reducer, and like I said before, it's a single stage paint. So then what I'm going to spray this with is, this is a Central Pneumatic gun from Harbor Freight. I think I paid 25 or 29 or something like that for this, and I've already used it though. I did out a pressure regulator, and I used it to paint these rims for the first coat, and I did it. They did a great job, you know. So I was running at 25, 27 psi. Now when I pour this in here, I usually pour about half in there, and then I'll pour it right back out. I do that a couple times because I didn't mix this paint very well, except for just doing it like this. So this may be wrong too, but like I said, you know, this is the way most people are going to try to do it in their garage. Let all that metallic come out. So, but that made her pretty full, doing it that way. Now we'll go get the air hooked up and get these sprayed. I'm gonna start over here first. I'll move around because this. Give me Okay guys, what I'm gonna do is I got this set up where the back is out, so I just paint those and then I'll turn them around and paint the face. Sorry you gotta hear the AC unit. There's the house AC unit just right out here, so that's what you hear going mom, 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 mom. All right guys, we're just gonna get these painted up real quick. Got paint coming out of the gun, so we'll see if we can roll away or get a sticker in your hand. Hey Matthew, come and hold this so I could get around the other side. Did you pause it? Or did you stop it? Didn't do nothing? Okay. Matthew's being my helper today. All right, Matt, I need your assistance. Hold that, and I'll get over here. You on pause? Okay. Recording. Okay, now that we have the back sides painted and you can see how nice and pretty it is, we're going to flip these around and paint the front side. I'm not going to bore you with painting those, but we'll come back when we're done. So thanks guys. Well, we got the rims final coat of paint on there, and they turned out pretty good. But also I painted the dipstick and the top of the air breather. So there's the dipstick for the transmission, the top of the air breather, and then boy, check out them pretty gold rims. So they turned out really good. But as you can hear the air conditioner behind me again, I mean, it's hot. Like I said earlier, it's like 95. So a little grass already blowed up on there. But that paint's already dry. It's hot, it cooked. But that's what color it is. And that's what color the roof of the car is going to be, just as a little sneak peek. So, hey, you know, I mean, I went through a lot of work cleaning them rims up. Let's see if I can get back up here. Make you guys look at the sky so I get back in the garage real quick. But yeah, it took me a few hours to sand them with the Scotch-Brite and all that. I think I already said all that. So, but also, guys, before I end here, I just want to say that my neighbor over here, Steve, he's my sponsor, my one and only sponsor. So I want to, say thank you to Steve. And what he does is he made my hats and he made my t-shirts and my banner for my fishing channel. And you want to check that out. That's Double Hook Angling. His business is Factory 233 right here, and that's where you can find him at. So, like I said, thanks, Steve. Appreciate you. My first sponsor. So, I'm getting there, guys. But yeah, we got them rims done. That, like I said, that's a sneak peek of what the top color of the car is going to be. I just, I'm glad we're getting this far. So, like I said, it's hot. It's like 95, 80% humidity or something. It's ridiculous. I'm dying. I've already changed my shirt twice today just because I get so overheated. Being cut off so you can wash 30 of them in the wash machine and, don't take up no room. So, but my wife hates doing my laundry with all my stains and stuff. But she's a great gal, and I greatly appreciate her too. So, but hey guys, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Remember, like and subscribe. Hey, go do something. I'm going to get back on this and get this stuff done. And oh my goodness, it's hot. So hey, later guys.